Topic topic indices. Topic indices. But remember, this class is for XX1 to XX3. In this channel, particularly this class, we are going to be dealing with what? XX1 work till XX3 from scratch. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, do yourself good to subscribe. The subscription is free. Then while you subscribe, make sure you hit the what? The notification bell, so that at any time we post each class, you'll be able to receive the information. It will be alerted. So this will treat everything pertaining the curriculum of what? XX1, XX2, XX3. Then after that, you can join us to WAEC question and answer, which is also going on. But before you can join us to that, you might have having a basic, which what we are doing now. So can we go to what we have? We said, and remember as well, each of these topics we are doing have an exercise, homework, which you will do, and snap it. When you have done the homework, you snap it and send it to us through the WhatsApp number you are going to see on the screen when you get to what? Where the homework is going to be given to you. So where the homework will be given to you, you have to what? Snap after you have done the homework and send it to us through that WhatsApp number. This is only for the what? The homework. If you do any other thing with that number, we block you out. So the number is for the only what? Snapping your what? The assignment you have done and send it through that number through WhatsApp to us. We are going to mark it and send the answer and the correction to you, back to you. And this is how we'll be doing till we cover everything pertaining the curriculum of SS1 to SS3. Thank you for being a member. Can we go to the question? We said topic, indices, lesson 1, definition of base and the power. Look at what we hear. Definition of base and power. Then we write A. Look at A. This is A raised to power n. A raised to power n. And that's why I call n power or index or exponential. This n stands for what? Power or index or exponential. So I can say the word A raised to power n, or I can say A index n or A exponential n. So these are the same term. When somebody said A index n, means that what? A raised to power what? N. When somebody say A exponential n, means that it's talking about A raised to power what? N. Then who is A? A is called base. A is called what? Base. And you remember, these things we put here is called format. What do we call it? We call it format. As I use A to represent, this A can be any value, can turn to any value. But whatever the value of A is, I know it as base. That's why I call this a format. Because we cannot be able to represent all the numbers A can turn to. But we can use a particular alphabet to represent it. So we use A to represent the base of any number. So that means that this A can be 5. When A turns to 5, it becomes 5 raised to power n. Have you seen that? A have turned to 5. What's the 5? Base. What did I know 5 as? Base. Whatever it turned to, whatever this A turned to, I know it as what? Base. Assuming that A turned to what? 8. It will be 8 raised to power n. Then what is 8? Base. Then now, we'll come to n. What is n? N is a power. This n can be any number, can be anything. But whatever this n turn to be, I know you n to be what? Power. So assuming that I have now 8 raised to power x. What is x? Is n. And what is it? Represented power. Then assuming I have now 8 raised to power what? 3 over 2. What's the power now? 3 over 2. This x, this n have turned to what? 3 over 2. I know this 3 over 2 as power. Noted it? I think you got it right. So now, assuming I have now y raised to power minus what? 2. This means that what? N have turned to be what? Minus 2. And A have turned to what? Y. And what is A? Base. What is minus 2? Power, which is n. settled. That's what we mean by this. This is what we call format. So whatever they train to, as far as I see something in this way, I know that thing as power, I know this one as base, no matter how they are. You can as well see something like this. You can see something like this. 3 raised to power what? X plus 1. What is the power now? X plus 1 is the power. The power is what? X plus 1. Why the 3 is the base? Are you following? Why the 3 is what? The base. Why the power is what? X plus 1. That is n. N have turned to the what? X plus 1. So that doesn't concern me. I know this X plus 1 to the what? Power. And I know the 3 to the what? Base. Then whatever they change to, then we are settled this. When I come to, in our mind, in your mind, in our mind, we noted that anything or family, any term, this is term, any term or family, anything we call term is anything we write in what? Mathematics. Anything you write in mathematics is a term. If I write 3 now, is a term. If I write AB, is a term. If I write X over Y, this is one term. Are you get what I'm saying? And this is one term. Then if I write XY, this is one term. If I write X plus Y, this is 2 terms. X is term, Y is a term. This is 2 terms. But if I write it like this, XY, this is 1 term. If I write it X over Y, this is what? A term. You can understand this properly if you go to our channel in what? JSS 1 to JSS 3 channel. You can get this. That's the basic. I'm just trying to bring you up there. If you needed to know more about the term, you go to our channel, which represents what? JSS 3 to JSS 1 to JSS 3. If you just go there, lesson 2 and lesson 3 will give you detail of term and family. So now, I said, in our mind, we noted that anything, any term or family we write is raised to power 1 and is the term. What does it mean? Anything I write is raised to power 1. You watching me learning now, you are raised to power 1 and the answer is you. Anything you write in mathematics, if I write this y now, this y inside my mind is raised to power what? 1. If I write this x like this x inside my mind is raised to power what? 1. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So anything you write, if I write this 2 now, inside my mind, this 2 is raised to power what? 1. Are you there? That's what we are talking about. That any term we write in mathematics is raised to power what? 1. That's what we're saying here. In our mind, we noted that any term we write is raised to power what? 1. And is the term. So 2 raised to power 1 is 2. Are you getting what I'm saying now? And y raised to power 1 means what? Y. So anything, even you looking at me, watching me now, you're raised to power 1 and the answer is you. So when I come to this, I said x means in our mind as x raised to power 1. And the answer is x. 3 means in our mind as 3 raised to power 1. And the answer is 3. Have you seen it now? So if you write this 3, inside our mind, it means what? 3 raised to power 1. We don't need anybody to remind us. So you have to put this inside your flesh, inside your blood. Let it be flowing inside your blood. If you write 3 now, this 3 inside your mind means what? 3 raised to power 1. If you write this x means inside your mind means what? X raised to power 1. And the answer is x. That's 3 raised to power 1 and the answer is what? 3. We are through with this. We'll come to law of indices. We have understood this. We'll come back to law of indices. We say multiplication law of indices. We come to this. Multiplication law of indices. Down where we are. Look at multiplication law of indices. He said a raised to power n times a raised to power what? M. The answer become what? A raised to power what? N plus m. Come again. A raised to power n times a raised to power m. The answer is equals to what? A raised to power n plus what? M. Look at this. Before I can do this and say this is my answer, before I can say this is my answer, there's 2 conditions I have to ask you now. This and this, are they the same base? This man and this man, this term and this term, are they the same base? Yes, they are the same base. Base A, base A. That's yes, the first question. Second question, are they multiplying themselves? The answer is yes, they are multiplying themselves. I will say add their power. you seen it? What did I say? How many years will you answer me? 2. Are they the same base? These two things that's here, are they the same base? Base A, base A. You say yes. Are they multiplying themselves? Look at it, they are multiplying themselves. You say yes. And then say what? Add their power. So the condition for me to do this, they must be multiplying themselves and they must have the same base before I can do this. If they are the same base and they are not multiplying themselves, I can't do that. Well, watch me here. If I write now 2 raised to power y times what? 2 raised to power what? X. My answer will become 2 raised to power what? Y plus what? X. Why did I do that? Because this 2 is base 2. This is base 2. Cancelling themselves. They are the same base and they are multiplying themselves. I add their power. Just take one of the base, add the power on it. Are you familiar? I'll just take one of the base and add the power. That's what the law is taking about. So, assuming that I have now 2 raised to power y plus what? 2 raised to power x. Can I do this? No! I can't do this. Because what? This is plus, not multiplication. So, the only way I can do this is that they must have the same base, and they must what? Multiplying themselves. How many things did I mention now? They must have the same base, right? They must have the same base, and they must be what? Jamming themselves. Multiplication means what? Jamming themselves. So if they have the same base and they are not jamming themselves, they are not multiplying themselves, can we apply this law? No, this law cannot be applied. This law can only apply when they have the same base and they are multiplying themselves. 2 conditions must satisfy. These 2 conditions must satisfy. If these 2 conditions is not satisfied, I cannot do this. They must have the same base. They must have the same base. And they must be what? Multiplying themselves, jamming themselves before I can do this. Then, and we say this law can also, it can extend it to 3, 4, 5 times. Look at it. This law can be extended to 3 or more. Look at it. A raised to power n times A raised to power m times A raised to power k. The answer becomes A raised to power n plus m plus k. Have you seen it now? I take what? The common base. Why did I do this? The 3 of them are multiplying themselves, and 3 of them are the same base. Base A, base A, base A. And what are they doing to themselves? Multiplying themselves. They are multiplying themselves. A is multiplying this one. This one is multiplying this one. This one is multiplying this one. So they are multiplying themselves and they are the same base. Base A, base A, base A, base A. Just example. I have what? 3 raised to power what? 2 times what? 3 raised to power what? 1 times what? 3 raised to power what? Maybe 3. I can now say this is what? 3 raised to power what? 2 plus 1 plus what? 3. And my answer becomes 3 raised to power 6. Have you seen it now? But if this become 3 raised to power what? 2 plus 3 raised to power 1 times 3 raised to power what? 3. Can I do this? No. I can only do this only to these people. Are you there? I think you're following me. I can only do this between these 2 persons. This person cannot do that. I can't do that there. I cannot say that my answer becomes 3 raised to power 2 plus what? 3 raised to power 1 plus what? 3. I think you're following what I'm doing. Look at what I'm saying here. I said, come over here. I say what? 3 raised to power 2 plus 3 raised to power 1 times 3 raised to power what? 3. Can we do this here? No, I can't do this law there. The only place I can do this law now is here. This place, these 2 persons where I can do the law. I can't do it to this person because this person is not multiplying. Is what? Adding himself. This person is not multiplying, rather is adding himself. But these 2 is multiplying themselves. I will not say my answer become, when you become 3 raised to power what? 2 plus. Then you are multiplying yourself. I will now say 3 raised to power 1 plus what? 3. And that will be 3 plus 1 will give me 4. Good. You catch it? Yeah. Now, we'll come back here. When I see this law can extend it to 3 things, then can I still give you an example again? I cannot say it again that if I have something like this, I have 3 raised to power 2 times 2 raised to power y. Can I say that the answer, can I apply this law? No, I can't apply this law. Why wouldn't I apply the law? Because this is base 3, this is base 2. They are not the same base. But rather than they are multiplying themselves, they are not the same base. So I cannot apply the law. Understood? I cannot apply the law because they are not of the same base. They are not the same base. Even though they are multiplying themselves, they are not of the same base. So the answer remains this. This thing, the answer becomes 3 raised to the power 2 times what? 2 raised to the power y. I will leave this thing like this. That's the answer. You can't do anything there. Good. Can we go to the example? And I said, therefore, x raised to the power 2 times x raised to the power 3. What will I do? This is base x, and they are multiplying themselves. What will I do? I add their power. What do I do now? 2 plus 3. Like what I add their power. I take 1 of x, add their power. And the answer becomes 2 plus 3, give me what? 5. Example 1. I say y times y. Y times y. I remember that anything I write is raised to the power 1. You remember that? Anything I write is raised to the power 1. Any term we write in math is raised to the power 1. That means this y is raised to the power 1 times this y is raised to the power 1. And I will say the 1, they are the same base, right? They are the same base and they are multiplying themselves. I will add their power. What is their power? 1 plus 1, giving me y raised to the power 2. Can we go to other example? Y raised to the power minus 3 times y equals to, this thing you write here can be written as, look at it, y raised to the power minus 3, look at it, times y raised to the power 1. You remember that anything we write is raised to the power 1. And that's why I put y raised to the power 1. Are you following? This means y raised to the power minus 3 times y. And the same thing as y raised to the power minus 3 times y raised to the power 1. This man is raised to the power 1. Then, are they the same base? Yes. Are they multiplying themselves? Yes. Add their power. Well, look at it. Look at the power of this man. Minus 3. Plus, I'm adding their power. Plus 1. And is equals to what? Minus 3 plus 1 means you are owing somebody minus value. If I have any value carrying minus like this, means what I'm owing. Any value carrying plus means what I have in my pocket. This means I'm owing somebody minus 3. I have 2 in my pocket. If I pay the person the 2, I will still owing the person, right? So if I have minus 3 means what I'm owing. Plus 1 means what I have in my pockets. So minus 3 means what I'm owing or what I want to buy. Then plus 1 means what I have in pocket. Why buying that thing? Now look at it. I'm owing somebody minus 3. I pay 1. I'm still owing. Is it not? As I'm owing somebody minus 3. I paid 1. I'm still owing the person what? Minus 2. This minus is telling me that I'm still owing the person what? 2. So I just pay 1 out of 3. I'm owing what? 2. Then that's my answer. Y raised to the power minus 2. I think I've gotten now. I get y raised to the power minus 2. Coming to I. Y raised to the power 2 times y raised to the power minus 5. Now look at it. You remember, in our law, our indices law, watch here. Come over here. Can you see here? In our indices law, we say a raised to the power n times what? A raised to the power what? M is equals to what? A raised to the power n plus what? M. What am I trying to say here? This plus is constant. It doesn't change. This plus here must be there. It's constant. The only thing that changes is what? N, M, whatever you turn to. But this plus is a constant. You know what I mean by constant? Boom! It's there, steady. It must be there. It doesn't change. It must be there. But this N can change to 4 or 5 or 6. M can change to W or X or M. It doesn't concern me. But this plus, which is a raised to the power what? N plus what? M. This plus here is constant. But let's go to this. And I said, y raised to the power 2 times y raised to the power minus 1. And when I said, they are the same base. Base y, base y, base y, base y. And they are dancing themselves. They are jamming themselves. They are dancing themselves. What will I do? I will add their power. Now watch. Look at the power of this man. 2. Plus. Have you seen the plus? Which is constant. It's there. It must be there. Look at it as I put it plus. Then this man is minus 5. I put it inside the bracket. I write it minus 5 inside the bracket. The power of this man is minus 5. Plus is constant. Come to their formula. You see this plus. This plus is constant. And what happened? This M now is what? Minus what? 5. Look at it. And what happened to this man? This man is what? 2. Have you seen it? And look at the plus. Are we there? Are you following me? Good. This what n is what? This man, right? This one is what? This. And this plus is what? Constant. It must be there. And that's what we need. 2 plus minus what? 5. And now put this minus 5 into brackets. You might come over here. Do you have to see this? How I put it into my minus 5 inside the bracket. Are you going to say it? Why this plus is a constant? It must be there. Then what happened now? I want to say plus times minus. Plus times minus. If I open this bracket, it means plus is times minus. Plus times minus will give me minus. Are we here? Plus times minus will give me minus. Or minus times plus will give me minus. Plus times minus will give me minus. Or minus times plus will give me minus. Look at it. Plus times minus will give me minus. Have you seen it now? I will now have 2 minus 5. Then 2 minus 5 means I have 2 in my pocket. I'm owing somebody minus 5. Who is owner of this minus? Is 5. Means I'm owing somebody 5. I have 2 in my pocket. Then I pay the person the 2 I have in my pocket. I'm still owing the person what? 3. That's why you see minus 3. I'm still owing the person what? 3 minus 3. Look at it. I have what? 2 in my pocket. I pay the person. I'm owing the person because the owner of this minus is 5. You remember what we talk about operating sign. Any number I write, the sign of that number is in front of him. The sign in front of this number is the owner. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the owner of this minus is 5. The owner of the plus here is 2. Are you getting what I'm saying? So this plus 2 is what I have in my pocket. This minus 5 is what I'm owing to pay. So I'm not owing 5. I pay 2. I'm still owing what? 3. That's why you say minus 3. That's our answer. That means what? Y raised to power minus 3. Then I come to IV. M raised to power minus 6 times M raised to power minus 3 is equals to, is what? Equals to. Are you getting what I'm saying now? They are the same base. Look at it. They are the same base. Base M, base M. I will add their power. Then what happened? You remember what I told you? That plus must be what? Constant. Look at it. Look at the power of this man. Minus 6. Then the plus, which is in our formula. The plus. Look at it here. Then here, I take it. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So what does it mean? It means that my N now, my N is what? Minus 6. And my M is what? Minus what? 3. And my plus remain what it means. Are you following me? Right. Look at my N now is minus what? 6. My M is what? Minus what? 3. My plus, look at it here, is a constant. That's what we mean by is a constant. It doesn't what change. Then now, what happened here? I will now come back here to remember that this means what? Plus times minus. Plus times minus. I want to open this bracket now. Become plus times minus will give me minus. We have said it's minus 3. This plus times minus will give me minus 3. This becomes minus 6 minus 3. You follow me? Then now, minus 6 minus 3 means I'm owing somebody 6. I'm owing another person 3. I'm owing somebody 6. I'm owing another person 3. How much am I owing in total? 9. That's what you say, minus 9. Minus means I'm owing in total minus 9. Are you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm owing person. I'm owing person 6. I'm owing another person 3. How much am I owing all of them? I'm owing all of them what? 6 plus 3 will give me what? 9. And minus because I'm owing. Answer. When I come to the next question, they say simplify the following. Simplify the following. I. X into x raised to the power 3 m minus v x y. I. Y raised to the power 2 into x raised to the power 3 y raised to the power 4 minus m y raised to the power 6. Then we come to solution. We started from solution. I. Solution. X into x raised to the power 3 minus m minus v x y. When you remember when we open brackets, hello, follow me up. When we open brackets, anytime you open bracket, that thing that outside the bracket must multiply everything inside the bracket. If you open bracket, that thing outside the bracket, anytime outside the bracket must multiply every human being inside that word bracket. Now look at it. How many times are inside this bracket? Look at the family. One family here. Look at another family here. That is inside this bracket. Look at these people that's inside this bracket. This is a family. This is a family. I told you you should go to what? JSS 3. Where the work we have for JS 1 to JSS 3. You learn what I mean by family. Look at this is a family. This is a family. And these two families that is inside this bracket. So if we open this bracket, this X must multiply this family. Multiply this family. Are you following? This x must multiply this family and as well multiply this family. But open it. Boom. What happened? The x times this family. Have you seen it here? This x have times this family. Then the same this x have times what? This family. Have you seen it here? Are you watching it with? This x have times this family. Look at the family. Then the same x have times this family. Look at it. And the minus remain what it is. Where it is. Then you remember that this x is same thing as x raised to the power 1 times what? X raised to the power 3 times m. Have you seen it? Is x raised to the power 1. Then this man also, remember, is the same thing as what? X raised to the power 1. Anything you write raised to the power 1 times what? This man. I bring this man here, become x raised to the power 1. And this times v times y. Somebody will say, how did I arrange this thing like this? Oh, but look at this. You know that a times b is the same thing as b times a. Do you know? And you know that a times b times c is the same thing as what? C times a times what? B. Anywhere, as far as you are jamming yourself, as far as in your family, in your home, don't you stay any place you like in your compound. You can stay any place you like. So look at it. You now see, let me show you again. You know now that what? 3 times what? 4 is what? The same thing as 4 times 3. And the answer is what? 12. Do you know? 3 times 4 is the same thing as 4 times 3. And the answer is what? 12. Then you know that 2 times what? 3 is the same thing as 3 times what? 2. The answer is still what? 6. Do you know that 1 times 2 times 3 is the same thing as what? 3 times 2 times 1. And the answer is still 6. So, no matter where the thing is, as far as multiplication is holding them, this thing now you see here, this v, x, y is multiplying each other. All of them are multiplying themselves. Multiplication is holding them, and that's why we call them what? A family. That's why you need to go to that Genesis 1 to 3 to learn more about this, about family. So, this man hold by multiplication. Even there you write it v, x, y. Is hold by multiplication. This means v times x and x times y. So I can take this x to this place, take this y to this place. As far as I'm counting all of them, it's the same thing. So I now take this x, come over here, times x. This x is raised to the power 1, times what? V, times what? Y. And I remember that this x is same thing as what? X raised to the power 1. And this x is same thing as x raised to the power 1. Have you said it now? And I come back and said, are they the same base? These two persons, are they the same base? Yes. Are they multiplying themselves? Yes. Add their power. Have you seen how add their power? This person no follow. Does he follow? No, he no follow. Because this person does not follow. Because he does not have the same what? Base with these people. He just only these two persons have the same base. And they are multiplying themselves. I add their power. Despite that this person is multiplying them, but he doesn't have the same base with them. Did I do anything with him? No. Come on, can we move again? And I come here. This and this are the same base and they are multiplying themselves. What will I do? I add their power. Have you seen I have added their power? But this V and Y, does I do anything? Do I do anything on them? No, I didn't do anything on them because they are not of the same base with these people. Despite they are multiplying them, but they are not of the same base. So I leave them. I just collect those ones that have the same base and they are multiplying themselves. I add their power. As I add the power now, I become what? 1 plus 1 give me 2. Is V, Y. You see that you can write times like this. You can still write it this way. Have you seen that V times Y is same thing as VY? And this one times this V is same thing as X squared V. Come on. Can we now come over here? And I come over here. 1 plus 3 will give me what? 4. Then are you gonna say that? And you remember that this I can put times here, this times in this. It doesn't make any meaning. Are you gonna say that? It's something. So that's my what? Answer. I can't do any other thing here. That's my what? Answer. I've expanded. Then coming to the second question. Y raised to the power 2 into x raised to the power 3. Y raised to the power 4 minus m y raised to the power 6. If I open this bracket, you remember? If I open this door, this y will times this family. You know, this is a family. This people is a family. This people is a family. So two family is inside this bracket, separated by minus. Have you seen it? This two family is separated by what? Minus. Look at the minus. Separate them. Look at the family. Look at family. So when this y open this bracket, if you open this bracket, this y raised to the power 2 must times these people. This y raised to the power 2 must times these people. Get me right? And watch it here. This y raised to the power 2 have times this family. Look at it here. And y raised to the power 2 have times this family. Look at it. And this minus remain where it is at this side. Then what next? I know that this y is here, y raised to power 4. I bring it it becomes y raised to power 2 times y raised to power 4. Are you going to say that that's x is the same thing as this part right here? You remember what I said over here. Then now coming over here, this man now bring it close, become y raised to power 2 times y raised to power 6 times m. It's the same thing as this what we write here. And what happened now? I will now say, are they the same base? Yes. Are they of the same base? Yes, they are of the same base. Are they multiplying themselves? Yes, add their power. I add their power. But this man is not of the same base with them. Did I do anything with him? No. I leave him as it is. Coming over here. Are they the same base? Yes. Base y, base y. Are they dancing themselves? Yes. Look at the multiplication. Add their power. I add their power. Have you seen it? But this man is not of the same base with them. I leave him. And what happened? When I had these 2 plus 4 will give me what? 6. And this man is dancing. Look at him. Then this 2 plus what? 6 will give me what? 8. And this man is dancing. Look at me. And that give me my what? Answer. Have you seen my final answer here? That give me my final answer. This man plus this will give me what? 6. And this one will dancing. And this plus this will give me what? 8. And m will dancing. And that give me my what? Answer. So I only do to those that have the same base and they are multiplying themselves and add their power. If you are multiplying me and you don't have the same base with me, I can't add you. Are you get what I'm saying? And that what happened here. These people are multiplying this, but they don't have the same base with what? X. I don't add them. Did I add their power? No. So note it now. That's the law of what? Multiplication of what? Indices. Can we go to the next question?